It's Abdullah right here on your Classic Metal Show. We're here at the 78th Street Studio in Cleveland, Ohio, and it's Chris and Neely here, your favorite local DJs. You could turn your mic on, ain't
Yeah,
you?
I'm a pro. 5 hours in, I still can't remember to turn on my fucking mic.
I think that's the third time you did that today.
Dude, again, think about what I have at home. There's no power on and off on it. All I do is go like this all day long. That's it. It's all. I can't even get used to not touching the fucking mic. It's driving me nuts.
Oh, my God. Take you out of your comfort zone, and you're just like a mess.
I'm built like a millennial.
Yeah.
Just stupid.
You're like Howard Hughes. You have to stay right within your own little bubble, and that's it.
I really do, man. I'm just dumb at this stuff.
Yeah, you need to have your own intern. You move your mic for you, turn it on, run the faders for you.
Yeah, Sir Michael, that's your new job.
I need a board op at my house.
I pretty much do.
I need a board op. So what are we doing here?
We're going to call Jeff Hatrix, formerly of Mushroomhead, sometimes of Hatrix, sometimes of Purgatory. He has a new record. I'm not sure if it's called Doom Candy, but I guess we'll find out.
Okay. I'm not sure how we do this.
You go.
So Chris is going to teach me software here. Oh, there we go.
And then you dial.
I dial it in. Do I have to dial a 1?
I don't think so.
All right. I'm going to dial the phone. I feel like John Lanigan. We're dialing now. All right. Let's see here.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, beep. Let's see. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. And beep, beep, beep.
Beep, beep, beep.
Look at this. If I had a mouse, I could actually do this better.
Yeah. Oh, we're not pros or anything here.
I never dial on the Skype.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, but...
Use your fingers. You got a touch pad.
Yeah, I do. I never even think about that, but it's too late. So we're going to call this number.
All right, let's see the answers. Just tell him he's on the air, too. So I doubt he was told. Yeah.
Somebody calling us, or are we calling him?
We're calling him.
Hello.
Jeff Hatrix, it's Chris and Neely, and you are on with the Classic Metal Show, sir.
How you doing?
Good, man. Jeff, I got to ask, am I allowed to be friendly with you? We've been battling for, 30 years, I think.
I think that's fine.
No, it's all good, dude. So how are you, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I trying to get some songs mixed and get my new projects release out.
No doubt, man. Well, dude, we actually played the Doom Candy song that you sent to Joe. Tell us a little bit about that, man.
Tommy and I tried to put the band together around 2013, but we were a little bit handcuffed in my former project to just doing that, so it shelved for a minute. And then we did a different track with Germany right now called Zardonic.
Okay.
On legal problems wouldn't get released right away, so we just decided to move on and do some newer stuff, and did a song called Cry Player and released that, and about a week later put out Downfall of Your Army, and it just feels good to do music we love and be happy doing it.
No question, man. Well, Jeff, obviously you're most well known for your time in Mushroomhead, and certainly since we're out here doing the Cleveland metal scene, one of the biggest Cleveland metal bands, not only in Cleveland but to come out of Cleveland. So talk a little bit about your time in the band and your rise, right up through when you left.
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, played Europe many times. The first time we went there, our very first show was at Castle Donington as a part of Ozfest, and I always dreamed of that place when I was coming up through the ranks. And then been to Australia a couple times, and right before I left, we played Moscow. And I can remember when I used to daydream of getting to New York or L.A., and to really play around the world is pretty amazing. And yeah, I believe so. And it's just really cool to live your dream and just have fans from all over the world singing along with you as you sing. And I don't really plan on stopping anytime soon, even though my project right now is strictly studio.
Right.
If supply and demand calls for it, we'll have it out touring.
Right. No question, man. When you look back at those days, man, at the old days, do you know, a lot of people have said a million things about your band, as you're well aware, but the one thing that I think you taught all of Cleveland as a band was how to merchandise. While a lot of people will always say Slipknot, Mushroomhead, blah blah blah, I would say the better comparison would be more toward Kiss, just because you actually proved that even on an independent level, you guys could really dominate on as a marketing band. It was I mean, the music was cool, the music was always good, but the marketing was so far ahead of everybody else on the local scene.
Yeah, I think it's really important to have as many visuals available as you can on as many different products. I mean, to have a concert shirt out's great, but we had 5 different hoodies at some points, and just a visual band, especially, just put every member you can on a shirt, because you never know what somebody's going to like. And I don't know. I think a big part of it comes from the DIY sense we always had of having somebody in the camp be able to do just about anything, and it just really caught fire at a good. I think a lot of bands could really do that. You just got to apply yourself.
Well, Jeff, I want to take you back about 20 years ago. I remember a issue that happened with Mushroomhead with the planned spring mosh for WSTB down in Streetsboro, and that all got the mess that happened there to where it got canceled and everything. What do you remember about that incident, and how, what happened there exactly? Because everybody had their version, but being that you were in the band, what exactly transpired there?
I believe that they were under a lot of pressure to have it still happen, and I think the city is just trying to figure out any way they could to have it stay canceled. And they just acted like their police force was too small to deal with what might happen. And I
everything you've always done.
just find it amazing. Country shows really have a lot more cases of fights breaking out than any metal show I've ever seen. And bottom line, I believe people are people, and something in them is what makes things go wrong more than the music they listen to. And I think this show would have gone off without a hitch, and it's a shame that it never had a chance.
Sure. Are you aware and or have you seen the recent documentary about the Spring Mosh that just came out over in Streetsboro?
No, I haven't heard anything about that. I'd like to check it out.
Yeah, it literally just was released, I think, 2 weeks ago. It was. I know Mike Kustis, the old director there from WSTB. He messaged me and was told me that there's a documentary and it has all the news footage and stuff from it in it. So I haven't seen it yet either, but I definitely want to see it. It's such an interesting moment in local history.
Do you have a title for that, or is it something I have to look up? And
if you just look up Mike Kustis on Facebook, he would. I'm sure it's posted on his Facebook, so I don't know what it's called,
that's cool.
But But anyway, Jeff, moving forward to today, I know you're working on studio stuff right now. Is that with the goal of putting together a project and playing shows, or you're going to wait and just specifically wait and see how it comes together?
I mean, it's really like it just feels the most right of the stuff I have going on right now. I have some Jeopardy Nothing songs out. It's just the Downfall of Your Army. It hits on it's way higher than the Jeopardy Nothing stuff that I about a year ago. So it just makes more sense to lean toward that project. And I'm not sure yet if I want to do a program rhythm section or really have a live drummer. Because there's just times when I've not been able to play because we wouldn't fit in a 4 foot by 4 foot space. Drums normally alone take up that, if not more. So I'd like to have it Tommy and I, and then have have like a hired second guitarist and just program the rhythm set.
Right.
But, I mean, I never want to say never as far as playing live, but it's just mostly right now leaning toward getting the best record we can make.
Right.
Well, Jeff, that documentary Chris was making mention of, it's called Spring Mosh '99, the show that never happened.
Oh, wow, I'll have to check that out.
Well, there was a lot of upheaval going on, especially with the Columbine shooting, and, there was a lot of, controversy out there where people were, going back to almost that whole 80s mindset that music is evil and it drives kids to do evil things, and there was a lot of backlash there with the parental, the parents getting involved, which caused WSTB to change their format that featured Mushroomhead and Slipknot and Marilyn Manson and all that kind of a thing. Did you ever experience any of that kind of backlash other than that through your career with Mushroomhead, as far as like, oh, you guys are evil, or protests or anything of any of your shows or concerts just due to ignorance?
Yes, I mean, there was a level of that all along. I mean, we didn't have stuff ever on video like the Pantera kind of thing, but we did hear stuff every so often. It was never really satanic. I mean, people just want to make their own mind up of how they see something a lot of times. But I just think like society is just a little messed up in itself. Like the whole West Memphis 3 thing, those guys spent so long in jail and never committed a crime. It's just what you see isn't always what you get.
Right.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Well, Jeff, just want to say thanks for taking a couple of minutes to chat with us, man. And where can people go online to keep up with you and keep up with your projects and what you're doing?
You could go to JeffreyNothing.com, and there's a Doom Candy Facebook and a Jeffrey Nothing Facebook, and
all right,
which is kind of like the label Tommy and I have going a little bit.
Okay, very good, man.
I appreciate the time, and thanks so much for calling.
All right, brother, take care, man.
Yeah, you too. See ya.
And there he goes. There goes Jeff Hatrix, formerly of Mushroomhead.
Yes, sir.
And so since you mentioned this DC, Downfall of Your Army is a song we're going to play.
Yeah, why not?
So let's play some, what does the DC stand for?
Doom Candy.
Doom Candy. Yeah. All right. Well, let's check out some Jeff Hatrix with Doom Candy. And here it is. It's Downfall of Your Army exclusively here
on your classic metal show.